Hello everyone. So in the last lecture we have discussed on the linked list. So today we are going to be discussing on the terminology of the linked list as well as the types of linked list. So the basically first point, that is the first terminology for the linked list, we are considering as a node. So to store each and every information into the programming language, we are going to be considering a node. So here each node in a linked list is called a node and contain two fields. That is one we are going to be calling as an information field, that is we are calling as a data field, and the next address, that is we are going to be calling as a next field. So consider the logical representation of the linked list. So this one we are going to be calling as a node. So this particular node, it is going to be divided into the two parts. So the first part we are going to be calling as a data field, and second one we are going to be calling as a next field. So into the data field, here the actual information, that is the actual data, it is going to be stored, and to the next field, here the address of the next node, it is going to be stored, and this one we are going to be calling as a node. So the second terminology we are considering as a pointer. So into the linked list, the pointer means it is a data type used to point to the address of the next node. Afterwards, the third terminology we are having, that is address. So in linked list, the address means it stores the address of the next node of a linked list. Afterwards, the fourth one we are having the information field, or we are going to be calling as a data field. So here the actual information or the actual data, it is going to be stored. So the next terminology we are having, that is the next pointer. So here the link which points to the next node of the linked list, and that is the thing we are going to be calling as a next pointer. Afterwards, sixth one we are having as a null pointer. So the null pointer means what? It signifies the end of the linked list when the next or the link pointer points to the null. It means that into the next field, if we are having the null value, in that case we can say that this is the end of that particular list. Afterwards, seventh one we are having the empty list. So the empty list means what? It signifies that is no data into the linked list. And one more terminology we are having, that is the start. So start means what? This one we are going to be calling as a first node from that particular linked list. So these are the some terminologies we are going to be considering about the linked list. So the second thing we need to discuss today, that is the types of linked list. So the first type of the linked list we are going to be calling as a linear list. So here the linear list means what? It is a linked list is defined as an ordered collection of finite homogeneous data elements called as a nodes, where the linear order is maintained by means of pointers or links. And into the linear list, the first type we are having, that is calling as a singly linked list. The first type we need to discuss into the linked list, that is we are going to be calling as a singly linked list. So here the singly linked means what? The way to represent a linear list is to expand each node to contain a link or pointer to the next node. This representation is called a one-way chain or singly linked list. In this type of linked list, two nodes are linked with each other in sequential linear manner. That is, one is the data field and another one is the next field. So consider the logical representation of the singly linked list. So here this one we are going to be calling as a node. So we are having some multiple nodes, and in singly linked list each node it is going to be divided into the two parts, that is the data and second one is the next field. So this one we are going to be calling as a node 1. So we are again we are having one more node. Here also it will store the data. Here it will be stored, that is the address of the next node. And here also we are having the data field and address of the next field. So in the data field, the actual information it is going to be stored, and to the next field, here the address of the next node it is going to be stored, and into the last node here we don't have any kind of node here, so in that case here the null pointer, that is a null value, it is going to be stored, and the first element from the linked list, that is we are going to be calling as a start. So like that the singly linked list it is going to be represented. So consider one simple example. We are having 3 nodes. So this is the first node, this is the second node, and this is the third node. So each node it is going to be divided into the 2 parts, that is the data field as well as the next field. So consider here the data it is going to be stored like a 1, 2 and 3. So this first element we are going to be calling as a starting element. So inside the first node, in next pointer it will store address of the second node. Inside the second node it will store the address of the third node, and to the last node here it will be stored as a null. So this one we are going to be calling as a singly linked list. So of the singly linked list we are having some advantages as well as the disadvantages. So the advantages of the singly linked list are, the first one is accessibility of a node in the forward direction is easier, and second one is insertion and deletion of nodes are easier. And if we are going to be checking for the disadvantages of the linked, that is a singly linked list, are accessing the preceding node of a current node is not possible as there is no backward traversal, and second one is accessing a node is time consuming. The first thing means what? Like consider we can traverse from one node to the another node because we are trying to store the address of the second node into the first node, the address of the third node into the second node. So like that we can forward to the one way. But now consider while traversing we have come to the first node, afterwards we have reached to the second node, afterwards we have reached to the third node. If we want to come back to the previous node, so here it is not going to be possible because we are not going to be storing address of the previous node into the next node. And that is a drawback of the singly linked list. So this one we are going to be calling as a first type of this linked list, that is the singly linked list. Now we are going to be discussing the second type, that is we are calling as a doubly linked list. So while implementing the doubly linked list, so here it is also called as a two-way linked list, a linked list which can be traversed both in backward as well as forward direction is called doubly linked list. So in this type of linked list, each node holds 2 pointer fields, that is a promote exists between adjacent nodes in both direction. So in doubly linked list, 3 fields are going to be considered, that is a reference to the previous node, afterwards data field, and reference to the next node. So here we are going to be checking the logical representation of the doubly linked list. So consider for the doubly linked list, so this one we are going to be calling as a node. So in this list, this node it is going to be divided into the 3 parts. So in singly linked list, the node it is going to be divided into the 2 parts, but in doubly linked list it is going to be divided into the 3 parts. So the middle part it is going to be calling as a data field. Here the actual data or the information it is going to be stored. So in the right side, so this field it is going to be calling as a next pointer. Here it is going to be store address of the next node. And to the left side one more field it is going to be available, and this one we are going to be calling as a previous field. And here it is going to be store the address of the previous node. So by using the next node and previous node, we can forward as well as we can backward by using the concept of singly linked list. So we'll check one simple example for the, that is doubly linked list. So consider we are having the 3 nodes. This is the first node, this is the second node, and this is the third node. So in doubly linked list, each node it is going to be divided into the 3 parts. So here in data field, the actual data it is going to be stored. So the first node we are going to be calling as a starting node. So into the first node, that is the next field, it will store the address of the next node. Here also it will be store address of the next node, and to the last node it will store as a null. Afterwards, into the previous field. Here it will store the address of the previous node. Here also it is going to be stores the address of the previous node, and here it is going to be stored as a null. And this is a one simple example for the doubly linked list. So like that we can implement the concept of doubly linked list. So also here also we are having some advantages as well as the disadvantages of the doubly linked list. So while checking the advantages of the doubly linked list, so here the insertion and deletions are simple as compared to the another list, as also it is efficient utilization of memory, and it is a bidirectional helps for traversal in both direction. And for the tree, to implement the concept of tree, we are going to be using the concept of doubly linked list. And the disadvantages is it will require the more memory to store the elements, because it is going to be considering the 3 fields, and because of this it is going to be using, or it is going to be utilizing the more memory as compared to the singly linked list. And the third type of the linked list we are having, that is we are going to be calling as a circular linked list. So consider the circular linked list for the singly linked list. So we are having some nodes, like consider this is the first node, this is the second node, and this is the third node. And for the singly linked list, each node it is going to be divided into the 2 parts. The first one we are going to be calling as a start. In data field, it is going to be storing the actual information. So into the first node it will store the address of second node, into the second node it will store the address of third node, but in the third node, that is the last node, it is going to be store the address of the first node. And this one we are going to be calling as a circular linked list. So here today we are going to be learn the linked list terminology, as well as we have discussed the types of linked list. So in next lecture we are going to be discussing the different operation, or what kind of operations we can perform onto the single linked list. Thank you one and all.